Hey friends, it's Rosalind. Welcome back to our gardens and our tiny farm. We've had, the last few nights, we've had some cold temperatures. We've had freezing temperatures, in fact, the last few nights. So it finally looks like spring weather is on the way and the temperatures are slowly going to be rising from here on out. So this week, I just went and I got a whole bunch of gorgeous spring flowers that I just want to put in these planters in front of the house because we're 10 days away from Easter and I feel like we need color out here for Easter. So go ahead and make yourself something cozy to drape because we are just going to be creating some spring planters together. And then I would like to go behind the house. I've been trying to grow my hellebore collection over the last few years, and I have a shade garden right behind the house. And last week, I got 2 gorgeous new hellebores from Great Garden Plants, and I just like to get those planted as well. So if we have time, we're going to be doing that as well. A little peek at what we're going to be working with today. I found these gorgeous ranunculus. Aren't they so pretty? And a few hellebores that I want to add into the planters as well. This is just kind of a white, creamy hellebore. I don't often use bright colors in containers, but daffodils, they're an exception. Daffodils are just the sweetest spring flower. And then some Dusty Miller. These are more of a hardy spring plant that can also be grown all summer long. And of course, pansies. Oh my goodness. These were all kind of frost nipped at our local hardware store, so they were all 50% off, but they're still so pretty and they'll look so sweet in the planters. Now, I don't know if I'll be using these two. I thought about just putting these into the flower cart next weekend because I'm going to be putting together some Easter bouquets. And then there's also some alyssum. No spring container is complete without white alyssum. All right, let's get started on these spring planters and see what we can come up with. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Let's get the other planters done. Okay, all of the containers are planted. I planted this one the other day actually, but I thought I'd give you a little peek at it. It just has pansies in it. I love this container. I got it from my sister-in-law. She no longer wanted it. I just love the vintage charm that it has, especially with pansies planted in it. And down below, these are some violas that I had planted in that same planter just last spring. And they jumped down here, planted themselves. But they're just so sweet. It'll be so pretty once everything here is in bloom. The daffodils and these creeping phlox should be blooming at the same time, as well as the tulips and the hyacinths. It's going to be so pretty. And then this shrub bursts into these beautiful pink blooms. Starting with the two planters up here in front of the garage, these two are planted exactly the same way. And this little evergreen, I don't know why, but it looks like it's doing the lean-to. I think it's just because we had so much wind over the winter. They just did a repeat of the pansies alyssum, and then one Dusty Miller in front. It's going to be so much fun just watching these fill in, especially with the warmth that we're expecting this weekend and next week. These should really start growing. This is all the plants that I have left over to create something else with. I'm hoping to maybe put together a planter for the front garden. I did pop in just a container of tulips. These are Taiwan tulips that I had been forcing indoors. And oh my goodness, this planter. I am loving how everything just kind of complements each other. Like the ranunculus kind of complement this hellebore. And then these pansies complement this hellebore. And like just the little touches of yellow with the pansies, the daffodils. And then there's a pansy over here that has some yellow along with the reddish purple in it. And then the Dusty Miller, I don't know, I just think like this with this purple color of the hellebores, like it goes so well together. I'm hoping that the pussy willow twigs will kind of grow roots so I can plant those out back, because they do very easily grow roots in soil. This little planter with that soft color, I just thought it really needed like a very simple, just some simple flowers in there. So I popped in some daffodils with the alyssum, put a little bird in there. I really wanted to have a little bunny, but I couldn't find anything that I really liked. In this lantern, I do have some pansies planted in there that I have been growing from seed. And it's, I don't know, I just think like those little seedlings in those planters just looks like spring. And these, the pansies definitely need water. They were kind of dry before I planted them. But I just kind of tried to do like colors that complement each other. And this planter is just planted up exactly the same way. Just some pansies ringing around the boxwood. And there's some more pansies planted over here. Oh my goodness. This little table needs to be washed. But I have my little mushroom birdhouse that my mom gave to me. And this is a pansy that I had planted a couple weeks ago. It's gone through quite some cold temperatures. I might just pop it out and put some in there that actually have blooms on them. I almost forgot to show this to you. A couple weeks ago, my sister, she knows how much I love mushrooms. So she gave me this wind chime, this mushroom wind chime. I just think it goes so sweet with this little planter, with the bird. It just looks like spring. Now I need to finish decorating up here. We are back here by the patio garden. This is where I want to plant some more Lenten roses. But last spring I had expanded this bed. It used to be like right up there, and we expanded it out. And then last summer I had just planted some summer annuals in here, but now I want to retool this garden. My camera died on me, so I didn't get this part filmed. But these two heucheras used to be like right up here. I planted them out because I have some more heucheras. There's one planted right here, another one right there, and I have some lambsir right in here. So now I'm not sure, like I have some more lambsir up here, if I should pop the lambsir out between these two heucheras as well, or should I save it for summer annuals? If you have ideas, let me know in the comments. But these are the two hellebores that I want to plant in here. And the one is, what is it called? Blushing Bridesmaid, and this is from the Honeymoon series. And this one is Flower Girl. So my thoughts are, I have one hellebore right here. Look at those beautiful blooms. And there's another one right there. I'm thinking where I removed the coral bells, heucheras, maybe planting a shade-loving shrub right there, and then doing another hellebore right here and another one on the other side. Before I plant hellebores, I like to make sure that this is actually where I want them to permanently stay because they really resent being transplanted. I think this little drift will be, whoops, almost fell backwards. I think this little drift will be very pretty here. And then it'll be like this one popped over there. All right, let's get them planted. They are all planted, and oh my goodness, this is going to be so pretty once these three fill in. This is the third season for this particular hellebore, and it's finally kind of growing into its own. They are slow growers, but they are a long-lived perennial. I'm going to give you a closer peek at this hellebore because it's so pretty. And my hands are dirty, so just excuse that. But oh, I just can't get enough of it. Eventually, we'll have these three filled in. There is 3 bleeding hearts back there. There's a white one and 2 pink ones that flank the white bleeding heart. And then we have this hellebore, which is underneath this shrub. So it seems to be shorter than the rest of my hellebores, but it's still so pretty. I love like the pink color that it starts out with, and then it turns into this beautiful cream color. I'm going to take you over and show you where the other hellebore is. It's over here by the garage. This is the only thing pretty much that's in bloom in this bed right now. This hellebore is also from, oh my goodness, from the honeymoon series. It's so pretty. Over here, the rhododendron does, probably in another week or so, it'll fill out in the prettiest pink color or flowers. And then there's some daffodils that are budding up over here. The muscari is just starting to bloom with the primrose, yellow primrose in the background. So pretty. And that is everything for today's video, friends. I'm going to take my little flower that I accidentally popped off, put it in some water. But I am so excited just to have these flowers back out here. And with the weather warming up this weekend and next week, everything should start popping around the garden. So I'm hoping that next week we can just walk through the gardens and do a garden tour together. Thank you for being here, friends. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you right back here next Saturday. Bye.